Hey, it's Stefan at Paperless Parts. Because Paperless Parts are so customizable, I get to see all the cool rules that our customers are building on a daily basis. Everyone's trying to figure out how to deal with tariffs, so wanted to share what our customers are building within Paperless Parts. Tariffs are going to go one of two ways. We're either going to need to do more with less or keep up with increased quote volume. In either scenario, it's going to make quoting more time consuming, not less. So here are a few tools that Paperless Parts can offer to help and potentially win some new work as OEMs shop around. We have out of the box tools that help whenever there's market volatility. I'm sure you guys can remember the COVID material pricing peaks and the roller coaster of 2018. Paperless Parts allows you to have visibility into custom views, whether that's you want to see all of material for an outstanding quote, you want to see specific views for material. You can do that a few ways. One is with a material view. The other is with something like analytics, where I can consolidate some of that data and maybe even look at things like total quoted volume by material. That can give you a good sense on what's happening in the shop today and make decisions off of that. Let's say I needed to requote something. We can make that pretty easy. So if I'm looking at this quote package here and I want to requote it, I would just come in and create a revision. This locks that pricing down. You can have visibility and traceability across different revisions. And what we can do from there is what a lot of our customers do with ERP integrations, which is syncing it and updating pricing according to the data within the ERP system. So if you have this data, you can see here we're pulling last updated pricing. If you went and updated aluminum yesterday, we can use that as a quote today, maybe. But if we want to look at something from a year ago, maybe we set a rule that says if price is, or if last updated price is greater than 2 years, show a 0, and that tells the estimator to go and get new pricing. There's also a few things we can do within the platform to help you get pricing very quickly. One of those is real-time pricing. So we can pull data from online metals from ThyssenKrupp for a selected material and allow you to very quickly get a requote as well as up-to-date pricing. This is for shops that are primarily quoting in USD. This allows you to go get a requote for particular quantities for a particular stock piece length and pull them directly from one of these two. We can also show you live pricing for purchase components through our integration with Penn Engineering. So on this assembly, we can show off availability and price for purchase components through DB Roberts, HTF, SW Anderson, and more. This could also show you different pricing breaks as well as current inventory. Again, the whole tool of this is to make sure you have up-to-date pricing and can very quickly see what's changing in the organization. If you can write a rule around it, you can cost it. Where shops have taken it to the next level within Paperless Parts is through custom rules. So if we look at this line item again, what some shops have done is create country of origin codes where this can allow and this can dictate what type of tariff markup will be on there. If I come in here, you can see there's a drop down now. If I'm coming in and I'm keeping this as USA, maybe the tariff markup does not apply. You can see here there's no markup, even though there's a 25% rule in there. However, if I come in and change this country of origin and refresh pricing, what this can allow us to do then is automatically apply that 25% markup. Now, I'm sure you're asking what happens if you see a new tweet and pricing changes. What you can do is very quickly come in and mark that default to, let's say, 50%. If I come back in and refresh pricing on any new quote going out, that 50% markup is now going to be in there. This allows you to very quickly keep the most up-to-date pricing logic, no matter who's working on the quote, in one centralized spot. The other way I've seen shops handle volatile material pricing is shortening the amount of time a quote is good for. You can do that on a quote by quote basis. So shortening this quote expiration to maybe a week instead of a month. You can also do this from the company setting standpoint. So again, any quote that goes through, no matter who's quoting it, can have very consistent logic. So instead of it being 30 days, maybe I want to come in and mark this as 7 days to make sure we have the ability to keep track of our costs. These are a few of the many ways that Paperless Parts can help. Feel free to reach out to anybody from the Paperless Parts team if you'd like to learn more or dive into some of these features. Thanks.